There we go. Hello and welcome back. We are your nerd theorists playing NerD&D. It's been a little while since we've had a D&D session, but this, if everyone has forgotten, is my personal homebrewed world of, well, I say world of Hatheria, the campaign of Hatheria, of the nation Hatheria. So we're going to dive straight back into that because it's the first one of 2025 because we've all been horrendously busy. But as you can see, we still don't have a Dave playing Grom. Life gets in the way, as it often does playing D&D. But before we dive straight in, Gaz, our Nerd Theorist YouTube channel news, please.
Channel news. We haven't done anything for ages.
I know,
We've been
awful.
shit. we've let the side down, but it's been Christmas.
It's Christmas and New Year's, an awfully busy time for everybody.
And then
yeah,
my ring light broke, and there's just I've got a baby, and there's all sorts of stuff. But there are plans. So my ring broke as well. Yeah, but that's just age. So we have Quar.
Never trust
lots of Quar. We've got
we've got Quar battle report. I'm working on it.
Report,
I am
which
working
is
on it.
Filmed, and we created a huge landscape to battle on, and that was epic. And
awesome,
the landscape is here.
Your terrain is.
And there will be. Yes, well, the terrain needs a little bit of fixing because I dropped an ironing board on some of it. So when I've glued that back together again, I'm going to do a how-to for anyone that wants to get into the Quar but doesn't know how to play it. So I'm going to set up the full battlefield of Claremont, which is what I called it, because I'm a big gay. And I'm going to set it all up, and I'm going to do a how-to with little, probably a little bit of how to set up, how to maybe a few different videos. Also, the new rules for D&D are out, and the new Dungeons Master Guide is out, and in a few weeks the Monster Manual will be coming out. So I've been putting together a one-shot with the new rules, because obviously for Hatheria we're sticking to the old rule base. We're going to do a little one-shot with the new rules, just to have a play and see what the characters are like. And because I wanted to use minis, it opened the doors for another video, which is 3-tier terrain for when you have players who most likely will not play by the rules and fuck off in the wrong direction, and you think, I've made this wonderful battle scene and no one's going to see it. So I've done a video on how to knock up a very, very cheap and easy dungeon. Tier 1 is just knock it up out of cardboard, as you can see. Tier 2 is weighing a little bit of filler on the inside to give it a bit of texture, and then Tier 3 is this when it's all painted and it's got some 3D models in it as well, 3D printed models. So there'll be a video
absolutely
on that.
Gorgeous,
how to make that. And also, I've been playing with the homebrew for the new rules as well, for the new campaign, and I've been doing a little bit of sidelining of what if. Creating classes and creating species and tying in some other nerdy shit. So the first one will be, what if Jedis? What if Jedis were in D&D? So I've created a Jedi class, I've created lightsabers, and there'll be a few videos on that. What ifs? What if?
That's cool.
What if?
D&D.
Nice. Love the idea. Brilliant.
So that's coming up as well.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
And then, you know, D&D, and then Magic and all the other bollocks that we do.
The usual stuff, yeah, as Magic the Gathering League that we've been doing, regular D&D sessions.
Hopefully.
Like and subscribe. So, before, well, not before, now let's just crack on and get straight back into previously on Hatheria.
Did we decide he was running, Dave?
Yeah, Gaz. Gaz is playing Dave.
Okay,
as Grom. But yeah, so previously on Hatheria, you had made it all the way into Alzadora, only to find that the Hathan army has made it into Alzadora, not quite to the capital, but had been held at bay somewhere to the south. But an incursion led by Cromwell Leithern himself into the Alzadoran capital You tried to fend them off, but he managed to succeed in some form of ritual. And only afterwards, when you came to, you realised that the entire nation of Alzadora seems to be vanished somehow. Not knowing what's going on, you attempted to make your way back into Hathen territory. But you realised there was a vast horde of creatures of many types, from goblins to beholders, all of which covered all the land from all the way to the horizon. It's a vast, vast horde. So you trying to avoid it, headed away to the south, kind of a southwesterly, trying to head back across the Arbarath Mountains, back into Hatheria, which seemingly is roughly the direction they were headed. They were heading west. But before you made it there, Meridian cast his ritual to take the entire party to the pocket dimension which housed his adopted father's office, as well as some sort of black site prison, where you had previously been before and rescued Thunder, one of your old companions. Whilst there, you decided to go into said prison, having not seen another sentient living person other than a goblin, if you want to class them as sentient. They are, kind of, technically. But, so yeah, you encountered the Hathen guards within, like nothing had happened. They've been unaware, but then realising that they have been cut off and unable to get back onto the material plane. And at which you attempted, very poorly, to pretend to be Colonel Pemberton, seeing as though Hector is wearing the deceased Colonel Pemberton's armour. And, sorry?
That's literally where we stopped, isn't it?
That is literally where you stopped. They said that they were going to fetch the captain.
Yeah, because had we said about, well, hang on, let's be like...
You effectively had said you came in from outside this pocket dimension, at which point they were like, if you can get in, it means you can get back out. Currently, you are their only hope for escaping. Their rations are running thin. They've not been getting any fresh supplies for a little while now.
Yeah.
And you can tell they're stood there. They're keeping a firm eye on you. Especially Thunder. And yourself for wearing Inquisition armour. And they're keeping one hand on their weapons. They're not holding them aggressively, but they're on edge. But the only reason why they've put their weapons away is purely because they said that you can get them out.
Yeah.
At which
How
point,
many of them is there?
currently,
Yeah,
handful.
that would be interesting.
But since you were last here, the doors where you entered are still completely destroyed, blasted out from when you escaped there last time. But since then, you realise that they have set up a heavy ballista at the gateway. But other than that, not much has changed. They seem to be crewed very thinly. The guards, as such, you did kill quite a lot of them, and as you're kind of looking around, you still see the occasional bloodstain from the battle when you were last here, and they clearly have not forgotten you.
Just out of interest, have we
Yes.
had any sort of rest anytime in the previous episode?
No, I'm still missing. I'm still missing spell slots.
Right, okay. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if somebody
Which
forgot
There you
to
go,
pick it
then.
or if
Like,
they didn't have one or not.
asked to come in. So yeah, so I don't think we did.
I think,
okay,
yeah,
so-
if I remember
Short
rightly,
rest.
you set up camp to rest, and then you must have travelled here before resting.
And then we bottled it
Hector
because
ran
we were
off.
worried.
Alright.
Well, I think we were
Okay.
worried that the beholders had come and rape us in our sleep.
Depends how many
You got
spell
really-
slots
I
are
remember you
missing,
got really
because
pissed.
When,
it casts
from
as-
I
what,
got really pissed. Yeah.
from what point did we? Are you saying have we rested? Because we did rest. I think.
because I was about to say that it costs you a level 3
To
spell
travel
slot
here.
to
We-
travel
we
here,
have-
so it might
we
have been that.
rested since the battle in the capital.
Well, I mean, because
we scryed on Leeton.
Yeah.
I'm currently at like half.
That's
health here.
right, you did. So yeah, so
I
no,
just want-
hit your long rest button. It's fine. Don't worry
Right,
about
I
it.
just
Yeah.
wanted to clarify just
I
before I
don't think
No,
you
it's
were
fine.
Phoenix. I don't think you weren't there last session, were you? So I don't.
No,
think
that's
you were-
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hit
But
long
I'm-
rest button. Don't
like I
worry
said,
about it.
I'm like at half health, so I figured.
Yep. It's fine. Anyway, so you're stood
Yeah.
here. It's a tense scene. Obviously, you standing in a location where you have killed a lot of their allies or possibly friends and companions. At which point you hear footsteps coming down the corridor, and it is a familiar face of Captain Pemberton.
I'm nudging Meridian and saying, "You should probably do the talking here, lad."
And she has a fierce look on her face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
Try and wrap the armor up in my cape.
I'll step forward. I'll step forward and sort of try and stand in front of Hector with my cape out as best I can and match the fierce look at Captain Pemberton. Why the fuck are you in my father's man cave?
Her demeanour entirely breaks upon you saying that. It's like, you really don't understand what this place is, do you?
Yes, it's a castle on a lake of lava in a pocket dimension that my dad invented. And no,
No.
I don't.
You're very ballsy to come back here. I'll give you that.
Balls is one of my middle names.
I heard what you did, though I wasn't here at the time.
Yes, well, in fairness, they started it. Thunder was our friend. He was kidnapped. We came to rescue him.
Come with me. All of you. She turns to walk away, and then you see all these other guards that turn to actually escort you in that direction. She just turns to him and is like, "Stand down. You got work to do, haven't you?" And they confusedly turn and carry on about their business and walk away. Like, "Come with me." And she takes you down the corridor to a stairwell, leads you up a few floors. Not in a direction you've been before. It seems to be much more like barracks and officers, and certainly not the cells in the direction you were previously. You are led into a sizable office. And she sits behind a desk, which is ornate. The office itself seems fairly bare. Like it's just a put-me-up use for herself. And one thing you do notice about her, she's wearing her an armour tunic, but it's not an Inquisitor uniform. It's not an Inquisition uniform. It is just Kingsguard uniform, as she was wearing last time you saw her.
Oh right, okay. That's what she usually wears.
That's what she usually wears, yeah. Like, she sits down and she's like, oh, look, we are fucked here. You, how the fuck did you get here?
I don't think I want to answer that question yet.
Seeing as though you're believing this whole place is from Lord Trevelyan's creation, I assume he came through his personal portal.
Yes.
Okay. This is not purely his. It was all of the Hatheria's. It was all the lords of Hatheria. I say all the lords, I don't honestly know. But at least the trio and the king knew about this place. Not purely Trevelyan.
And are any of those people here?
No, which is sadly why I'm in charge.
And why can't you get out?
That's the question, I don't know.
Have
My uncle, he made me transfer here. Said it was for my own good, to protect me for whatever was going to happen.
Because whatever's happened out there hasn't happened in here.
He knew.
What has happened out
They
there?
all knew.
Well,
I know they were
we don't-
gearing up for war. What has happened to them?
Well, it's an awkward question, really. We
We're
don't
not-
know. Bad things. Bad,
And she's
bad things.
Eyeing
Zombies.
Hector's armour.
But what did happen was that your uncle was such
Jesus
a
Christ.
hero in the war that most blacksmiths started manufacturing armor that looked exactly like his. Sort
Fucking
of like a band t-shirt.
But then this isn't one of those. This is his armor.
Oh,
Sorry,
fucking hell.
That bottle just exploded on me. Just 1 second.
At least you're telling the truth here.
We owe you that. Your uncle was a dick.
He
Look,
was. He was.
I know he was a dick. But he looked after family. Did the best way he possibly could.
That's fair.
But I know he was a twat.
Yeah, he was a key corroborator with Mr. Leadhern, it seems.
Say corroborator like I know what's going on. I
Really
don't.
know what's happened. All that we sort of saw was that Leadhern did a ritual in Alzadora. The place afterwards disappeared. And when they disappeared, we were in the capital, and it was gone after.
Are you aware of the stone that we were sent to retrieve for Leethern?
No.
Okay, so
Why
it
would
all
I?
started. It all started with this stone, and we were asked to retrieve it, which we did. And when we gave it to him, we were arrested. Now we don't know what this stone is, but whatever it did, there was a bigger version of it in Alzadora. Leethern and his army got to Alzadora, which we assumed was some sort of invasion. We tried.
Sorry,
to
guys.
stop
Liquid
him,
and computer parts don't mix very well,
and
as you can imagine.
we got to the top of the tower where the stone was. We didn't get there in time. Something went bang, and then we were in an open land with no city. We don't know if we were still in Alzadora or Hatheria, and there were hundreds of thousands of god-awful creatures heading
know what
in the
they were.
direction
They looked
of
horrific.
Hatheria.
Say, how long have you been here? Are you aware of the situation in Angel Run? You know that place is gone. Like the
Oh,
whole
Angel-
Well,
city's-
at least it
the
was
whole
when we left.
city's overrun with
The
zombies.
pyramid and the
People running
zombies.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how long have you actually been here?
Weeks? It's hard to tell. There's no day or no night.
It's been.
How long's it been since we left Angel Run?
Been about 25 days since.
God,
since
is that
the
all?
Pyramid rose in Angel Run. It's been a hell of a month.
A pyramid? Look, I don't know anything about that, or anything of what you're saying. We have been cut off in here. Basically, we have... There are portals, much like Trevelyan's, which need a key of some kind. I'm not magical. I don't understand how it works. We don't have them. The people who have them are off going to war. As a backup to that, we have an emergency escape route for one travel. One way, once. But it's not working. And I don't know why.
And how many people can use this one-way ticket?
Not magical. I don't know. Look, I'll take you.
So what you Meridian could probably take a look at it for you.
Yeah. So basically, she has it brought to her, and it is effectively it's a staff with a single charge in it of a teleportation can take you back to the material plane.
But it's not working.
But it's not working.
Can I give it a once over and see if I can...
By all means. Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Would Grom have any...
How exciting! First
I know
roll of the year.
Grom can do Identify.
Yes.
Right, Meridian rolled... Oh, you can't see the numbers on this dice very well. A 15 plus...
Okay.
Arcana's going to be a good one, isn't
So,
it? Arcana plus 6, so 21.
You can confirm it is what she says it is. It has all the appropriate sigils and glyphs written upon it. And assuming it still has its charge in it, it should work. In the same sense as a teleportation would do, is you just have to think of the location you're wanting to teleport to, and takes you there.
And would I know how many people it could carry?
It'd be very similar to the your teleportations. It'd be like the caster and like a handful of others.
It's not much of a one-way escape, is it? If you can only take
no,
6
but it'd be enough for them to go and probably fetch someone who has a stone or whatever else. You know?
Did we ever find out Captain Pemberton's first name?
Captain, was it?
No.
I'll tell you. It is now.
It is now.
It's Geraldine. But no, she was always very formal with you before.
I was going to say that's what Meridian's horse was called, Geraldine. It
Oh,
would
was
be
it?
awkward. Yeah.
Pure coincidence.
Captain, how many people are actually here now?
A lot of the force were taken to join the armed forces to march on Alzadora. Must be 20 to 30 of us left now.
And are any of those prisoners?
I was not counting the prisoners.
So there are prisoners.
There are. Not many.
And
there's 2 prisoners.
Do you know why those prisoners are being held?
I have read the report on them, yes. There's little else to do here.
So, it stands to reason that you would know why Thunder was being held here.
Yes. Well, for limited reasoning that they actually gave in the report. But
which is?
in the fact that they had him arrested for being a traitor to Hatheria, being a spy.
Because he was
A forefront to an invasion by Elzadora. I know it's bullshit. Don't give me that. I know it's bullshit. And the way they treated him, I don't blame you for coming for him.
And the other
Do you still have the last of his gear
here,
that we left here as well? That's a question.
That I don't know. Meridian? What are you saying?
the two prisoners that you still have, are they being held for similar bullshit reasons?
As to those, one was for an attempted assassination.
On who?
It says on the king. As to how true that was, I don't know.
What's this prisoner's name?
Making me make some shit up now. It's in the record somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah,
Prisoner 447.
Yeah, unrecorded. The best I could do for them is make sure they were comfortable. I have in no delusion as to how this site treated its prisoners in the past, and I stress in the past, for as long as I've been in charge here at least.
You know, just something's dawned on me. You say people had access to this place, other people. Did they have offices or places where they'd go? I mean, we've seen where your father's place, but did they have places here where they'd store things? Did Leadhern have an office?
They had
Has he got a
a
desk?
similar setup. They have a teleportation circle, an office, and a locked door between there and here.
Could we,
Look, Captain,
Could you show us where they are?
I'm pretty good with locked doors.
Can you get this teleportation? We can't get their teleportation circle to work without the key.
Look,
regardless.
Let's put our cards on the table. Captain, we can get you all out of here. Well, I can get you all out of here. Now,
It would take a couple of days.
it would take a while because it's an incredibly powerful spell. And I can't move everybody at once. I would need rest, but I can get you all away from here within the next 48, 72 hours. However, the way my spell works is it will return me and whoever I take back to where we left, which is fuck knows where. Wherever we ended up.
It's gonna be a shitstorm back there.
It will just take us to these grassy plains, which we assume is Elzadora, but isn't recognizable as the Elzadora you would know. And we're not even 100% sure if it is still Elzadora.
And we also don't know if Hatheria is still Hatheria.
Well,
And
true.
it's going to be full of them.
Why would
creatures
Hatheria have changed?
swarming.
Well,
Well,
I mean, if Elzadora's changed, maybe Hatheria could have changed as well.
I don't know
Yes.
anything at this point.
And the last
neither
we
do we.
saw of Hatheria, it was swarming with zombies in one direction and goblins in another direction. So the staff that you have is a teleportation spell, which allows you to think of a place you want to go. So that would be able to take you anywhere you wanted instead of just the field that we appear in. However, we don't know what's left of anywhere. So you
And if
may
you're
think of a
thinking of a place
location.
that doesn't exist anymore, it won't work.
Yes. So who knows where you will end up. Now, who's tried to use this staff so far already?
I have. A few of the sergeants have.
Did you all envision the same location?
We've tried a few.
Okay. So where
tried-
exactly?
Angel Run. We've tried Havenford.
Well, as far as I can tell, this staff is working, which suggests to me that those locations are no longer there, and that is why the magic isn't working.
How could a location as big as Angel Run just not be there? I don't understand.
How are we
don't
in a
understand how.
castle in a different dimension? Nothing makes sense.
And the capital city just disappeared on us,
So you
yesterday.
say.
I hate to break it to you, Captain, but your uncle saying he wanted you here to keep you safe was probably a good idea, because there's every possibility that you wouldn't exist anymore if you weren't here.
We
With whatever it was he
can.
did.
There is another option. We can use this to teleport to a person.
Ooh.
But we've tried that too. And it's also not worked.
Who did you try to teleport to?
Well, we tried to teleport to someone we thought would not be fighting in the front lines. We wanted to go back to Hatheria. At least someone... We've tried
Did you
some
try
of
the
the
king?
other nobles. Honestly, no, but none of us really know the king. Only of him. People we know is
Makes more
easier.
sense.
Yes. We've tried some holy men, we've tried loved ones, nothing's worked.
That's the only way that our portal goes is back to Alzadora. Be a long trek back.
Unless you know any places or people that we can teleport to, then yours is the only way out.
There's,
Well,
there's only one
we-
guaranteed person we know that's in over that side.
Who, sorry?
It's Lee turn. It's
The
well, we don't know
Sanctus
where he went.
Veritas.
yeah, but we know he's there.
We
He's
scried him.
alive. He's the only one.
And you know him personally.
Well,
Well, I mean, as much as you can know anyone that's been trying to kill you for the last 2 years.
Yeah, someone we probably wouldn't want to jump out next to, but
I don't know. Be pretty nice to get up close and personal with him.
This is all out of my league. I know nothing of this magic. So if you teleported there, then what happens to us?
well, we'd only be able to take like 5 or 6 people. In fact,
Yeah.
well, maybe the entire party and you. That's probably about it.
We take us, you, and some high-ranking soldiers, if possible, because when we get to Leethern, we're basically going to need you to say, hello, we're on your side. Although, in our last conversation, we're beginning to think that possibly we got things wrong about him.
Still very unsure.
Yeah, we really don't know what's going on. to
You
be
say he's been
honest.
trying to kill you. Look, this
Well,
entire thing's confusing
only-
me no end.
Only as much as we were trying to kill him. I mean, it. I've drunk an entire bottle of brandy. I don't really know. Oh, I need to sit down. Meridian just flops.
Where's,
just sit
Yeah, there's no other seats. There's just the
No,
one
I was
she's
on the floor.
Yeah.
Just on the floor. Cross-legged
where-
like a child.
Whereabouts was Leedon's office in this place? I feel his could give us answers if he's left notes there.
upstairs.
Can you take us there?
Well, I can show you as far as I can. I can't get anywhere close to his office. There's several locked doors between here and there.
I'm good with locked doors.
Evening, Sam.
God.
Love ya.
Yeah, if you'd take us up there, we can.
Yeah,
probably
so
get in.
she leads you
We-
further upstairs.
We need as much information as possible because,
Yeah.
I mean, none of us know what's happening. We've been out there, you've been in here, none of us know what's happening. Yeah, we need
Sure.
some
So
idea.
And the only person we know that is guaranteed live is Leon. That is it.
And we don't know where he is. I mean, we could bowl up into a shit shower.
Didn't he tell us to come back to Hatheria, though? In the conversation we had with him, didn't he tell us to come back?
last time you scried on him, as a reminder, he did ask for you to come back, and he was happy that you'd survived.
Yeah. Which was a bit confusing. I remember watching that and being a bit like...
Through me.
Yeah.
Through me.
But yes,
So we
she
know
leads you
guaranteed
up
he is
to one floor,
Yeah.
and she points to a door at the end of a short corridor. Says, "That is the private quarters of the Lord General Carlos Dengal," and carry on further up, and that is the Sanctus Veritas's private quarters.
Okay, that's the one.
No, I'm putting my foot through it.
Okay, make a strength check.
Yeah! New dice.
Cromwell cast guidance.
First roll with the new dice.
Ooh, new dice. 13 plus 4. So.
You bounce off the door.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hector, do you want to give me a hand here?
Yeah, I'll give you a hand.
What if we both charge it together?
By all means, yeah. I mean, do it wherever you want. Make your rolls.
Yeah, go on, let's do it.
Oh.
Oh.
Right.
That was a 14.
Great,
14 plus 4. So an 18 that
10
time.
for me, 10 total.
Okay. You both bounce off the door.
Grom, can you just have a look
Yeah.
at this door, please?
Try some finesse with this scrum.
I could. Is he northern? Yeah.
He's got a Yorkshire accent for a dwarf.
Yeah. So we've picked the one fucking southerner to play the Yorkshireman. Great. I could have a look at it. I'll just stand aside and I'll do whatever it is that Grom does to doors and stuff.
Detect magic.
It's like
Well-
Grom's here.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do a perception, an arcana, or you can just go straight to trying to lockpick it, whichever is.
He's got some sort of lock picking tools, isn't he?
He does.
Think,
Yeah,
has he?
but he-
These tools, yeah,
He'd
he's got.
He'd check it for traps, though, wouldn't he?
I was going to say, should he check it for
Yeah.
traps before
Yeah,
he booted it? But
He's
surely,
smart
if
enough-
he's
he's smart enough to know to do that.
yeah, but
Yeah,
if
I'm
you've
not
already
set up to
boot,
do that.
In fairness, he would.
but you've both booted it. Surely a trap would have already gone off, wouldn't it?
Unless it's...
The fact that we
Unless
both
the ring is
went
on
at it
it, yeah.
once and we both just bounced off makes me think it's a magical door, because most doors
Right.
wouldn't be able to withstand.
All
and
right,
Hector both
stand
smacking it.
aside, you big buggers. Go on, stand aside. I'm going to have a quick look and see what I can see. Right. So what do I do for checking for traps? Is it just a perception?
Guidance.
Sorry, what was it?
Guidance. Cromwell
Oh, yeah.
guidance himself.
You've
Can I,
got a
can I
guidance.
cast guidance on myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, yeah. So yeah, it'll be a perception.
Good, because his perception's +0. That's bollocks. And that
Could he
is.
could he not do investigation?
I suppose. Yeah, I'll give you that.
If
Yeah,
you
yeah, it's
look for
fine.
some-
It can be an
yeah.
investigation.
Oh, good, because that's +8. So 7 and 8 and 4 is lots.
Okay.
19.
He straight away can notice that it is heavily enchanted.
Oh,
And
it's heavily enchanted.
Bloody knew it. If me and Hector can't get through a door,
it's
gotta be
it's
enchanted.
yeah it's magically reinforced, and it doesn't, as from what he understands of the magic involved, it is magically reinforced for against physical attacks, as well as a magical lock, but it doesn't seem to be trapped as such, just incredibly difficult to get through.
fireball.
No,
I was gonna say.
hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen. And Thunder will step forward and he will cast Dispel Magic.
Ah, I was
On
just
the
about to
door.
say, I really wish I'd taken Dispel Magic.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, you'll have to give me while I
No,
quickly
it won't
remind myself of the limitations of Dispel Magic.
Jumper's really black, isn't it? I've got no
It says a
definition.
spell of third or lower on the target ends for each spell of fourth or higher on the target. Make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay, make your roll then, please. It's Thunder's roll, isn't it?
Yeah, what is this? Oh, it's plus 5.
Ooh,
It's
come on.
not a saving throw, is it? It's just a ability check. Oh, a 19 plus 5.
Nice.
Oh.
Very nice.
I'll
You
do
dispel
it.
the magic on the door.
Nice.
Cadell then just gently turns the handle. and
It's still
opens the door.
locked.
All right.
Now you
Can
may
I
do
boot
your
it again
thing.
then?
By all means, make the roll.
All right, I'm booting it. Oh, it's only a 9 plus 4, so that's only a 13 in total.
13, yeah, you put your foot through it and it smashes open.
Hey!
Yeah, it was an incredibly high enchantment, but a really good roll managed to do it. So yes, Grom starts, waits for Thunder to finish dispelling magic, and he's like, great, and then starts getting his lock-picking tools out, and he starts going to the lock, and then Cadell just wades in and bash, puts his foot through it, and the door smashes open. It's not completely destroyed. I mean, it's just where the lock was engaging. It's just where it splintered off the frame. Excuse me. And
Muscle Bros.
within, you see a familiar, large square room. Stone, nothing in it except for a teleportation circle and a door on the far side.
Well, we need to check out that other door first.
Okay.
Meridian, what do you think?
I assume that's where his office is.
If it's the same layout as your dad's place, that means that's his office there. We need to get through that door as well.
Yeah.
But surely if this one had the big magic, that one surely won't have the big magic. But they both might have
Who
the big magic.
knows? Grom,
Let's see.
do your thing.
Yeah.
Grom does detect magic again on the door.
Well, detect magic's fine. Is that a spell?
Hang on, I'm just having a shifty.
Or
Yeah, it's a level 1.
Yeah, that's all
Oh, it's not-
see magic around, isn't it?
It's on
Oh,
for 10
well,
minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it for
stays
10
on
minutes?
10 minutes, yeah.
Oh, so you'd still be able to see them, wouldn't you?
So
is
Well,
that
you
what
can't
you
use it
actually
now.
did last time? I thought you were doing
no,
a...
I didn't. No, I didn't use it last time. I'm
But you can.
gonna cast it. I'm gonna cast it this time because it's only a level 1, and if it lasts for 10 minutes,
Fine.
then it will show us anything in this room
Right,
and the
cool.
next room, won't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
I can't mark off Grom's spell slot.
That's fine. I can do that for you. It's not your character. Spells, level 1. There you go. I've checked it off. So yeah, Grom casts detect magic and instantly has to let his eyes adjust for a moment because he can see the blinding light of this teleportation circle. But beyond it, he can see the door, which you assume is to Cromwell Leethern's office, is enchanted.
Here we go again.
There we
Nope,
go.
strange. So this one is also enchanted, like the last one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, looks like you're up again, Thunder.
Okay, hold up. He's gonna cast enhanced ability on himself. Give
Okay.
himself Eagle's Splendor, which I believe should should give him advantage on the charisma check.
It's his spell save.
No, wait. Make it
because
make an ability check, and it says give you ability.
Is it an ability check that says spell save? Was that?
It's not a spell save. Dispel magic.
Spell casting ability. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah, it says make an ability check using your spell casting modifier. So it does say make an ability check.
Yeah, because his ability check uses charisma, so it will be, yes, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, then I shall
also, Grom is going to use
himself.
Grom's going to use Flash of Genius and give him a +4 on the roll.
And he'll play a little ditty over to himself on the way to give himself bardic inspiration.
We're going balls deep for this bloody road, aren't we?
Want to get through this door.
The
bane of every D&D. Got to get through the door.
Yeah, he's gonna play Dispel Magic again.
Ability check, then, please, with all your buffs.
Yeah.
This is when he rolls on that one.
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah, it's when you roll the one.
It was a 6 + 4 + 5. What did you give me? +4.
+4 for Flash of
Yeah,
Genius.
it's a flat 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you mark that off as well, Tom?
Oh.
6 + 4.
With advantage, don't forget. With advantage.
Yeah, it's advantage, isn't it? That's the other thing. Okay, that's better. So 11 + 4 + 4, so 9, then +5, so 24 again.
24 again. Yeah, great. Oof. He
Go.
dispels it.
Cadell puts his foot in the door.
Make strength check, please.
Natural
Again.
20!
Again,
This time
Grom's
you
just stood there
completely
like that with his...
Grom knows better this time. Stands to
The door
one side.
disintegrates.
Yeah, it entirely comes off the hinges and just very cartoon-esque, just kind of falls flat, straight flat down, completely off its hinges, all the framework destroyed, and you can walk into the office space beyond. It is a stark contrast from the room you were just in. It is... Where the room you were in was it was made of stone, very much in keeping with the fort throughout, but this room is... It's flush. It's got a carpet. Not just a rug like most places, it's fully carpeted from corner to corner, as well as a highly ornate desk, like a drinks cabinet with crystal decanters in them. There is a bookcase which you clearly notice is empty.
Could
Helena cursing to herself.
Whilst Grom's got his see magic, could
Detect magic.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Hector will Meridian and say, I reckon he's got the good stuff in there. And
Yeah. Hector Meridian start raiding the drinks cabinet.
Grom can see that there is surprisingly little enchantments inside. There is a lock on the drinks cabinet, and there is one piece of magic, an enchantment which you've encountered in the past with his office in the material plane. It's a permanent illusion covering a small patch of the corner of the room. And when Grom goes over to it, investigate it, very similar to as it was last time, you can just put your hand through it and you can feel a safe beyond.
Can I put my hands in? Well, I'm going to put my hands into it and pull the safe out.
Yeah, I mean, it's snug, it's built in. It's built into the structure. Yeah, there's no
Grom
way
will
of
put
being
his
able to
face
just pull
through
it
the
out.
enchantment and have a look at it, and then pull his face back out.
Pitch black.
Big lad. Big
Mind you,
lads.
no, Grom actually has dark vision, so
Dark vision, yeah.
he can see
So he
it.
turns to Cadell and goes, right, big lad, fuck off. All right, pulls his lockpick out and he went, I'm doing this one. And he goes in and tries to pick the lock
Alright,
on
wee
the
man.
safe.
Thunder
Okay.
will play him a little tune and give a bardic inspiration for the D8.
Yeah, and I'll give myself guidance. A
Okay.
D8.
All the rolls.
Then it's a Dex check, please.
Dex check.
When we next see the guy, he's going to be pissed off that we also smashed into his office as well as tried to kill him. But I suppose on the grand
He
scheme of
won't
things,
know.
it's not actually that bad.
He won't know
Yeah, I suppose.
unless Captain Pemberton
Yeah.
grasses to that.
Nah, she wants to know what's going on as much as we do.
Right. So sorry. It's what am I rolling?
Dex check plus your D6 plus Dex plus all your other bonuses. From
The D8, guidance yourself. And flash of genius.
So I've guidance myself. That gives me. Does that give me a D4 or just a 4?
Guidance is D4, flash of genius is +4, I think.
Right.
And
Yeah.
a D8 from bardic inspiration.
Right. So a D4, a D8, a D20, and then +4.
We
for
want to get in the
dexterity.
safe.
I was gonna say Thunder could enhance ability before if you really want, but it'll drop his.
Surely, unless he rolls a natural 1, we're getting in that safe.
Well, unless you don't
Well, I
know
didn't-
how hard
I
the
didn't
lock
roll
is.
very.
Oh, I
fucking
suppose,
well.
yeah.
Hang on. That's 16. 18.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get in with that.
Yay. Because it'd be really embarrassing if I had to turn around and get Cadell to kick it after all that.
Yeah, you basically what everybody else sees is Grom, his head disappears into a corner of the floor of the room, just straight through the carpet.
Yeah, that'd be really
He's privately munching carpet in the corner of the room, and he's he's there, and then you just hear a, and as he pulls back out and just sticks his hand in, and has a rummage, you
Sorry. All the innuendos.
you can know that safe is empty.
Oh.
For fuck's
Ah,
After all that.
after all that rummaging.
It would
Right,
seem
okay.
as though Cromwell Leethern was never expecting to come back.
Could we check his desk drawers just in case he left something? Anything?
You can, yeah. There is a drawer with some basic day-to-day notes for running the fort,
Yeah.
and there is two glasses in one of the drawers as well. As in drinking glasses.
Oh, right. Nothing magical.
Well,
Grom
this has
doesn't
been-
see them light up or anything, does it?
Nope.
Anticlimactic.
Alright, well, I'll put them on the table. I guess I'll pick the fucking drinks cabinet door in and.
Well, yeah, well, we need to raid the drinks fridge at least.
Yeah,
Right, like,
yeah. I'll save you the rolls. You can get into that easy enough. It's a very basic lock on a base drinks cabinet lock.
All into the bag of
it's
holding.
incredibly fine whiskey within,
Oh, it's a couple of glasses.
and in a crystal decanter.
Ooh, very nice.
So yeah, you can. But if you were going to put it into a bag of holding or some such, it's not a secure lid on it. It's just a loose
is it.
stopper.
Yeah, right.
There won't be enough left to put it in the bag, and we'll just drink it.
Yeah, let's have a couple of glasses of wine, why not?
Yeah, you all start having a swig, and as soon
we
as you
bother
do as
drinking?
well,
Yeah.
Captain Pemberton strips it off. He has a drink as well before passing it on again.
Yeah.
She doesn't give a fuck. Watching you
Yeah.
break
Shall we
in
check
and smash the doors down, she doesn't care at all.
Suppose The only other thing would be to try Dengal's office, I suppose.
Yeah, see if you
As much as this is very interesting, gentlemen, please can we address the task at hand?
Yes, gaping.
What exactly
are
is
we?
the...
What are we doing here? How do we get out back to Hatheria?
We're just exploring.
Well,
Hey, sorry. I just remembered we didn't ask you what happened. What the other prisoner was in for? One was in for assassination. What was the other one in for?
The other one, it clearly just says theft, but normal thieves do not get put in here.
I say we go check on the prisoners. But
Yeah.
also,
Let's go speak to them. There's no reason these guys should be.
I don't think we should be left here to die and just rot in a bloody cell.
We're
They
not
might have-
leaving them to rot. They
They
are.
might have answers that they didn't want to tell you.
I don't know what they have done. They could well still be dangerous criminals.
I mean, we're dangerous.
I
criminals.
will not let you walk out with those prisoners. I will ensure that they are well looked after. But beyond that, until...
You're going to run out of supplies.
You've got
I mean,
no food. You can't ensure that your own men are safe.
You can't even teleport everyone out of here. Are you going to say you're going to prioritise those prisoners?
No.
Well, then shut up.
I want to know... Right, we're off.
Let's go see these prisoners. It's
Fuck
getting
off.
interesting.
We're going.
Let's go see.
Good luck.
I like
This
her.
is still my facility. These could well still be, unless I have all more information, they could still well be dangerous criminals, otherwise they would not be here.
Let's get some information out of them.
I'm
We're
going to
pretty
take another big
good.
swig from the
Sorry.
decanter and I'm going to turn around and take a piss in the corner. I'm going to piss on this carpet. I'm still drunk. I'm in a mood. She's mouthing off at me and I'm her only way out. It's getting on my nerves. I don't like it. Fireball! No. No, yeah, we need to...
I'm
Let's
intrigued.
We've got no answers.
Let's go
We-
see these
we-
prisoners.
if we I can get you out of here. Like I say, I have means of getting us out of here, getting a fair few of us out of here, but we are walking into a shit show. We still don't have any answers. The best case scenario is this: we use this staff to get us to somewhere, but then
And for us and maybe you.
it still
What
leaves
about
the rest of your men.
As much as it sounds like a bad idea, I think we've got to go to Leadhurn. It's the only way we're going to get answers.
But if Leathern could get here, surely he would have got here by now.
Well, what's the point? He doesn't need to.
No,
good
he had no intention of coming back here. This is why his office is empty. Right, Captain,
Good point.
I'll do you a deal. We go down, we talk to the prisoner, we find out why he's really here. Once that has happened, I will get you and us back to Hatheria. And then we will work out
Getting the
I
rest of the
can
people out.
with
We can't get everybody
with
out right
rest. Not everybody out right now, but once we are somewhere safe, I can then teleport back here, collect them, and take them back to wherever we are.
That's
But
very true.
So
I will let
Where
you
we
talk
came
to
from is
them.
not safe.
I'll let you talk to them, but I am not giving them freedom of this facility.
That's fine.
Okay. And Captain,
Okay.
just out of interest, how long will the supplies last? You must know this. How much food's left? How many
With
days?
current rations, maybe 4 or 5 days tops.
oh, that's fine. I can get everyone out by then. Not a problem.
It
And
was a
once I
problem
come back-
before you got here.
Yeah, and then also
I'll
we've got
tell
to
you,
think-
for
I
for
suppose when
someone
we-
in the situation you're in, you're very mouthy.
Yeah, you got 4 or 5 days, and then you're all going to starve. So add another like
But
3-4 days on top of that of some very painful deaths.
Once I come back I can bring more supplies.
Just a side note. You ever see any fire elementals in this place?
no,
No. Okay. Right.
were you expecting any?
No, I just,
I wouldn't know what one looked like.
there's something about this ring that tells me I need to encounter one. I've had it for a while. It plays on my mind a bit, but anyway, prisoners.
She leads you away.
Yeah.
And she leads you to the first cell, which is highly fortified. And she says, I'm not opening this door, but you can talk to him from here.
Okay.
And slides a slot open in the door. There's still bars in this slot, and you can see through the door. And you can see that within there are chains attached to the wall where a prisoner can be fully wrist and ankle strapped and chained, assumedly to be tortured, but this person is not. They are chained by a single cuff round an ankle to the wall, but they have freedom of their cell. At least they can stand up, they can walk round, and there is a tray nearby with the remnants of a couple of crumbs left of whatever it was that they'd been eating last.
Male, female?
This is a male. They appear in their mid-30s, human, with kind of a dark brown, draggled, short hair. But they've got a bit of a scruffy beard on, but purely from not having the ability to shave.
Is this the assassin or the thief?
The assassin. The would-be
Assassin.
assassin.
And are we near the cell with the thief? Are they in the same sort of enclosure, or
Another section.
Meridian, would you like to lead the questioning?
Excuse me, sir?
Yeah, as soon as you had slid it open, you got his attention. Like, you're new.
Oh, yes, I don't actually work here. We're just passing through. Look, the world's gone to shit, and we understand that you're
The
here.
world has been at shit a long time.
Oh yes, totally yes. But how big's this slot?
It's about a foot by a half a foot, but it's
Is it
got
big
bars
enough?
down it.
Oh right, okay. Listen, we're basically the rescue party. I don't know if you've been told, but these lot can't get out of here. And we're under the impression that you're probably here for something you didn't do. We're trying to get answers. Why are you here?
Without even looking, you can tell that Captain Pemberton is giving you daggers at the back of your head. It's like, oh, you think you're going to let me out here, dear?
Honestly, I don't know. It depends. I might not. You seem quite scary. Honestly, none of us really know what's happening. Did you try and kill the king?
The king? Nobody's seen the king. You generally think there's a king. When's the last time any fucker's seen a king?
Look, mate, we don't have very much time. Stop fucking about. Why are you here?
That story's half right. I did try and kill someone here. Tried to kill the Lord General himself. Dengal.
Did we kill Dengal?
No. Why did you try and kill Dingal?
Why the fuck do you not want to kill Dengal?
I mean,
Didn't-
we do, but we have.
Yeah, I think
reasons to. Why do you?
we possibly tried as well, didn't we?
I think we
We
wanted
weren't
to.
far off, I don't think.
You lot. I don't even fuck know who you are. What's all this chit chat for in here?
Oh, you know, we're just passing time. We've all had a bit of a drink, and I don't like him.
Well, I ain't.
Sure.
Got a drink on you?
Well, no, I was asking how big the. I was going to pass the
I thought we'd
decanters
get
through,
an-
but
I
I
thought
don't
we'd
think
get
it's big enough.
answers. I don't think we're gonna get any answers.
No. Let's move on. Thank you for your time. Goodbye. And I'm
Oh,
going
fuck
to
him.
shut it.
As he closes.
He wasn't very nice at all, was he?
It
I
was
didn't
kinda
like him.
scary.
I see why he's
Yeah.
locked up in Pemberton, but
Yeah. No, you can keep that one, Captain. Next.
If only you would listen to what I was saying.
You're not the most
Funnily-
trustworthy
funnily
person.
enough, Pemberton, we've developed some trust issues over the past
Yes.
few months.
Fine. Take it to the next one. Though I wouldn't trust a word this one says.
Right. I'll pull the thing. Male, female, human. What are we looking at?
This cell in itself is entirely different. It's in a corridor where they've got rows and rows of cells. It seems to be less high security than the previous one, but still solid. Still got a sliding door, a hatch rather, on the door, and you take a look inside. This one's female and seems to be in her 40s, but slender, kind of athletic build. It's starting to look as though she's just wisps of grey coming into her light brown hair.
Silver vixen.
Do any of us recognise us? Just...
No. It's not a familiar face at all. But yeah, she looks up as the thing slides over. It's like, who's there?
Good evening. My name's Meridian Scythe, or Wilhelm Trevelyan, depending who I'm speaking to. We are.
You're a Trevelyan.
Well, yes and no. I'm adopted. It's a long story. The fact of the matter is that
Can you get me out? Can you get me out of here? You've got power,
I
ain't you?
can.
You're a Trevelyan.
I do, and I can. Yes.
Oh, please, then, kind sir. I swear, I've not done nothing.
Core blimey, Mary Poppins. Firstly, look, we need some answers. We're under the impression that you're here for theft, which seems overkill, at least. Why exactly are you here?
Yeah. I tried stealing some food. You know, that's me. I was hungry. I was starving. What was I to do?
So you did.
Could I make an insight check on?
Yeah, by all means, make an insight check.
I have nothing to that. It's 16.
Can't tell.
That's all.
I was starving. Me and my little boy, we were so hungry. We had to eat something.
Where's your little boy?
Don't know now. Quite honest, sir.
What's his name?
Oh, if only I could get back to him.
What's your little boy's name?
Tony.
Tony what?
Stark.
No, it's just Tony. We don't have a family name, sir. We're not fancy like you Trevelyan's.
What's your name?
Clarissa.
Clarissa.
Well, that explains it all.
We're not getting anywhere here, are we?
Oh, Carl said no one got that, did they? What a waste. Look, Hang on, I'm going to pull the shutter across and just talk back to the party. Now,
I think she can hear us still. Not soundproof for idiots.
all right, anyway, look.
You can still hear us, can't you, Clarissa?
No.
You can hear us, right?
See, she can't hear anything. It's fine. If she, there is no way on earth that they would waste a cell in a high security place like this on a peasant stealing food.
That's what I was
So-
telling you.
Agreed.
Who said that?
The Captain Pemberton.
Right, okay. That's the problem when you play several characters. I'm like, well,
Oh, yeah.
that's Clarissa going, oh no! That's what Get me
So
out,
what did you
governor!
really do?
So, Captain, if she is now admitted to being a thief, then why is she here? It stands to reason that either she knows something that Leithern didn't want her telling anyone, or her son is someone of importance.
Yes, but here's the thing. I've spoken to her as well. She gives a different story every time somebody talks to her. We have no idea what's right or wrong or what story's right.
Right, at this point, Grom's going to pull the slide back and go, hey up, love. Name's Grom Gromson. Just out of interest, why are you here?
Stole some food.
It's the same story. What are you talking about, Captain? It's exactly what she just said to Meridian. She's not changing her story at all. Have I still got Detect Magic up?
Probably not by this point, no.
Can I cast Detect
Unless-
Magic again and see
By
if
all
I'm getting
means,
anything
yeah.
off her? Yeah,
Yeah.
can you tick us
I'm
one
just going
off?
to step forward whilst he's doing that and say, give me a moment. And can he cast Charm Person on her?
Sure. Oh, in fact, neither of you can do that.
No?
He's
Oh, there's a
our
magical
magical
ward.
anti-magic
Bollocks.
field.
Oh, of course. Of course. We've been in these cells.
You have been in cells. By the way, Gaz, your Clarissa joke's not wasted.
Oh, well, someone got it.
One of the viewers got it, yeah.
Cheers, thank you. Someone else had to grow up in the 90s.
Alright, so we're not getting any answers here. Let's teleport to Leithern.
Hey, Sam's juice is going right through me.
Yeah,
So,
Still warm.
I'm gonna have to visit the little boy's room. 1 second.
well, I think this is a suitable point to just call a quick break.
Yes.
Okay.
You can ponder your next
No,
actions.
I'm glad it's been a long time since the last session, and I'm glad that we've got all the answers that we wanted for. I mean, wanted. I don't know anything. I know less now.
All the fucking answers, mate. All of them.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Clarissa?
We've just spent the past hour and a half finding out everything.
If that's her real name.
I can't even cast Fireball through the bars.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
So, anywho, we will be as quick as we can. 5 minutes, hopefully. 10 at the tops. So, thank you very much for keeping with us as viewers, and hopefully you'll still be with us when we get back. We won't be long at all. So, we'll see you shortly. Hello and welcome back. So, where we had left off was you had a brief conversation with the 2 remaining prisoners within this fort, or Blacksite prison, however you want to describe it. And you have then came to the conclusion that it's best probably trying to move on and attempt to teleport to Cromwell Leethern. So, you, Captain...
Do we need to put it to a vote?
Entirely up to you.
Is everybody okay? Compass mentis with this?
Pemberton is very much in the mind of, like, she just wants to get out.
Yeah, I can't see any other option. Now,
So how many people can we take with this staff?
I was going to say, how many would I know how many people we could take? Because there's us 4, and then there's Thunder and Grom.
Yep.
And then Pemberton makes 7.
Yep.
9 in total.
Ooh.
Oh, so we take a couple of guards. as well.
So yeah, Captain Pemberton, get your 2 best men or women, and I think it's time we paid a visit to the Sanctus Veritas.
Assuming it works.
Assuming it works, yes. I'm just going to pull the thing back again quickly and go, Clarissa, we will be back. Don't panic. Just out of interest, where were you when you were arrested?
I was taken from the market in Angel Run. Some
And
of the
as far
guards
as
caught
you-
me.
Wait. Was this about 25, 26 days ago?
Oh, hard to tell days in here, kind sir.
Roughly.
Oh,
Was there a big white flash?
no, not that I
Okay, right.
remember.
Never mind. I thought you just might have got caught up in collateral.
Of what, sir?
Oh, we got arrested in the market.
Oh,
I just thought you might have been there at the time.
no, sir.
Okay.
And your son was, when you were taken, was your son taken as well, or were you just taken away from your son?
I was taken away from it. It was awful, sir. If I could only get back to him, would you help me get back to him, sir?
No, you just blah blah. Yes, probably. I don't know. I won't lie to you, Clarissa. We have no idea. I don't know where your son is. I don't know if Angel Run's still there. Let's fingers crossed he's slightly more. I mean, no offense, but you're a little bit. I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure. He hasn't got any magical powers, has he?
Why would he have magical powers, sir? He needs me. He needs my help.
Well, I don't know. Some people have magical powers. I've got magical powers. He might have been. He could be a teenage witch.
He's red underline. But yeah, it's no, he'll need me. He needs my help. If God knows how he's going to survive without me. Please take me with you.
No. I'm sorry, Clarissa, but I don't trust you. I'm sorry. I'll be straight with you. I don't trust you. And anyway, you're in a cage. Then why am I apologising? I don't trust you, Clarissa. I'll shut the shutter. Let's go.
And then you leave her to it. You can hear that as you were going to shut the thing, she tries to make a dash for the doorway, just to be stopped just short of the door by the chain that she's attached to the wall by. And before you shut it and walk away.
You know, the first prisoner's growing on me. She's up to no good.
She kind of freaks me out more.
Yeah.
So then Captain Pemberton has just has to put a few things in order, you know. like pass on whoever's next going to be in charge in her absence and things like that, and bits of paperwork. I'm leaving my post, this, that, and the other. So she very quickly can put that in order and just grabs a couple of what she refers to as trustworthy guards. They are of no notable rank, but there are a few that she has come to know, and a couple that she feels like she may trust. And so, is this everybody?
Yes.
Well, 9, isn't it?
6 of you, 3 of
9.
us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant, give it a shot.
Okay, fingers crossed. And I do whatever it is I do with the stuff.
Okay, roll a d20 for me.
You know, I've
Oh no,
actually got
sorry,
roll-
a d100. My apologies.
Oh! Bloody hell, right.
A D100.
Yep.
What's that to determine how close you get to?
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you roll like a 2, you could end up like 6 miles away.
So, is it... It's a D10 and the
I know.
D...
There's a
With the-
d10 with 2 digits and a d10
Yeah.
with single digits.
And a regular in it, so that gives me the 10 and that gives me the unit. Right,
Correct.
Okay. Right. This will be interesting. 51.
I would say you're probably... Okay. You successfully begin to cast the teleportation spell. The cross-dimensional variant of this teleportation spell. You, as you're kind of casting it, the runes just begin to glow around you that just appear as part of the spell you're casting. And then there's a white flash. And then you're all gone from that dimension and reappear as the kind of your eyes resettle. You are now stood with grass beneath your feet, and you can see a city just not too far away, and not an overly familiar city, but it's civilization that you've not seen in a little while. So,
Can I ask how far away are we from the city?
um,
Are we
probably,
talking like yonder, like horizon yonder? Or...
yeah, well, yeah, it's like mile or 2 mile.
Can ascertain any sort of flags or banners or...
You can see some flags for certain. Yeah, absolutely. It's difficult to tell precisely the details of it, even with your exceptional eyesight. It's just out of range to see anything in detail with your eyesight. But you can tell the colouring. There's red flags that are flying. But
What's
beyond
Hatheria's flag?
blue.
Oh. And Aldadora?
Alzadoran is like several colours. It's kind of a black and a yellow with a kind of green stripe through it, diagonally through it.
Okay. What's the climate sort of feel like? You know, sort of, when you go to a country, you're like...
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's...
How's it feel? Aldadora has a feel?
Yeah, it's still... it's temperate, you know. It's very much like like Hatheria, really. It would track with the kind of time of year. It is cloudy. There's a chill to the wind as it kind of. It's not a strong wind, but it's got a nasty chill to it as it blows in from the north. But yeah, there's nothing.
Okay, so
I take it it's daytime, is it?
It's daytime.
Daylight.
Yep, it's daylight.
we approach the city, I guess.
Well, yeah, I suppose we start walking towards the sea.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, chaps, but there's no sign of Lee turn.
This is true.
This hasn't worked.
Well,
I mean, we had
Meridian.
teleported.
Dimension.
By all means, anyone who is trained in Arcana can make a roll.
I shall make a roll. Oh, I've put me.
I think
I've put me D20 away.
There's no point me trying that.
Not your
I
forte.
think Thunder.
Feet through doors. That's your forte.
17.
Arcana. Sorry.
Arcana, yeah.
Nine.
Sorry, Meridian.
9.
Oh, 17 I got.
Yeah, Helena.
That is 22.
22. Oh, yeah. Helena's first one to point out that teleportation spells can have varying results, sometimes being off target. You might be close by, within miles, but still be in the region of the target you were aiming for.
Yes, I know that, Helena. Fucking wizards. Look, it wasn't me casting the spell, was it? It was the staff.
Well, if that means we've landed in the vicinity of Leeton, then surely the best bet is in that city.
Well, it would make sense. And he did say come back to Hatheria, which would suggest that we are in Hatheria.
Just out
I
of
mean,
interest,
how-
I can see from here there's some red banners, and Etheria's banner is not red. Anyone know of any banners that were red?
How much does anybody know about Hatheria? I mean, how much has any of us travelled? This city doesn't look
Not a
familiar
lot.
to me. I've not travelled that much, but you know, growing up as I did, I heard a lot of talk of nobles, and this would suggest a kingdom not outside physically of Hatheria, but outside of the rule of Hatheria, if it's got different coloured flags. And I don't know of any other barons that would be powerful enough to own a city. But then, you know, everything's gone to shit. Someone could have claimed a city that's been overrun with zombies or goblins.
Captain
Well, I think we
Pemberton's, though, it's like, Hatheria's not that big. Myself and Cadell, we've travelled all over with the army. Nothing I recognise.
Can we see
I
any
think we
mountain
should-
ranges, like landscape-wise? Can we see any mountain ranges or anything that might give any indication of geologically where we are?
Nothing spectacular. Not trying to think. Nothing that you can see. No.
Well, then I reckon
We don't have much
cautiously
choice. Yeah,
Well,
we've got
approach
no
the
choice
city. I
but
mean,
to
what
go.
else can we do?
Yes.
Okay. You begin to approach the outer limits of the city. It's not like the cities that you were kind of expecting to be teleporting to. These are not walled cities. There are no slums on the outsides. These are well built up, well structured cities. The architecture, Grom is very interested in the architecture. He's looking around it, and he can instantly kind of point out that the design work of the architecture is neither particularly human, as in Hathen, or dwarven, but kind of a mix of the two. but everything is, well constructed of good stone. And you walk.
This place looks like it's been built by dwarves and humans combined. I mean, that's unheard of. I mean, this isn't anything that I've seen in Hatheria. I mean, normally you get like dwarven ruins that have been built upon by humans afterwards, but this looks like they've actually joined forces and combined their knowledge. How far away are we now? Can we see anybody moving about?
Yeah. As you get closer and closer, it wasn't too far away. You can see people milling around, going about their business. I mean, this is still the outskirts of the city. There's a few people here and there. There's a few humans. Yeah, humans.
Any dwarves?
Not yet, but you're only right on the outskirts. You see the odd person dotting around, and there's no
any
guards.
No.
Well, you enter the outskirts of the city. There's a few homes that have like allotments built onto the land and things like that kind of grow
Is this
in.
a walled city?
No, not at all. You can freely access it.
Oh.
You can just walk in. There's no guards stopping you. People seem content, happy, well fed.
Anyone recognise the flag now we're closer?
Now that you're closer, it does very much look like the Hathen flag, but
in red, not blue.
In red, not blue.
Has anybody given us strange looks of sorts, or
they're giving Thunder a strange look? Definitely, but people are very polite. They give them a strange look and a shocked look to see this stark red tiefling walking through past their homes. But Thunder's very jovial, he's very friendly, and they pick up on that, and they're very friendly back, and they're very nice. They just kind of tip their hat.
I mean, at this point, can we see any like larger buildings, as in like a central?
Yeah, you can
towers?
see as you kind of
hall?
as you start getting deeper into the centre of the city, it starts getting more built up. You see less and less garden allotments, but these homes do tend to have some gardens that's very green and lush, kind of environment, especially for a city. And as you get towards the kind of more built-up areas, you do see an occasional dwarf pottering round.
Before we get too far in, could Thunder just cast? He'll put like his hood up and cast disguise self on himself and just make him look human.
Okay, by all means, yeah. You see somebody who looks, I was going to say very much like John, but the viewers won't know who that is. Tall, balding. Sorry, John, but it's true.
Not balding, he's pretty.
I know he's bald now, but
big beard, big mighty beard.
Like a bushy black beard, like 6 foot tall human, with black hair.
As soon as Grom sees one of these dwarves, he's gonna run over to the dwarf and sort of give him a dwarven greeting, whatever that is, and just say, "Hi, brother."
I do to you, sir.
Oh, it's lovely to see you. I mean, we've been travelling for a long time. We've not seen another dwarf in ages. Tell me, we've
I can not seen another dwarf with plenty as dotted about. Where you've been that you've not seen another of our like?
Plenty of you dotted. Sorry, where? This is going to seem like a really silly question, but where are we?
What do you mean? Where are we?
What's the city we're in, lad?
What's the name of this city?
2 seconds. it's Andridge.
Andridge?
How can you not know of Andridge?
Well, we've been teleporting about. It's complicated. I've got these magical
far
friends.
travelled there. Oh, I bet you've got some grand stories.
Well, I thought I had, but I mean, where we're from, there are no dwarves. What?
But there's yourself.
Well, there is, but what is this? This isn't Hatheria, is it?
Well, aye, of course it is.
It is Hatheria.
Well, aye.
So,
Ansridge of Hatheria.
Who's in charge here?
Oh, that'd be King and the council.
King, what's the king called again?
King Cromwell.
Leadern.
Leeton?
Oh, aye, that's the one.
What the fucking fuck is going on?
Whereabouts does the king and council reside in this city?
Well, I'm sure you'll be able to find council halls all mighty fine. Just keep going.
I'm assuming
How
I can
long-
see it from here.
How long has Leeton been king?
Oh, years and years.
What? Sorry. I mean, I know this is odd, but just accommodate my weirdness for 5 seconds. What's the date today? What year are we in?
He gives you the date. It's pretty much as you would have expected.
Not
And
time
that-
travel, he's changed history.
And that Hathen flag on
Aye.
your has it ever been blue?
Oh,
Blue?
out of interest.
No.
Does what
You're mighty strange folk, you lot. Asking some mighty strange questions.
Because does he say 206 VA or does he say 1,500 D Dereliquate?
Good point. It's actually
206 would be victory over Aldadora, whereas 1,500 is the actual.
That's just what I'm thinking. The war never happened because he's wiped out the
Yeah.
entire Aldadorans.
yeah. Well,
Changed history completely.
it's a fair point. It was a different. It was a different yearing, but the date is the same. The yearing is changed. So yeah, current date would have been 206 VA.
Before the change.
Yeah, so that was VA being Victory of Alzadora. And then
I wrote it down. In my
yeah,
notes, and I'm
so
like,
basically
it's useful at some
he is, yeah, you're right, it's fair. He is referring to the year as being 737 Dereliquate.
737 D Dereliquate. Okay.
At this point,
I mean,
Thunder's
sorry,
disguised
bear with me.
himself, isn't he?
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
Sorry, no, it's 1737. Sorry.
1737.
Yes.
Right. Okay. 1737 D Dereliquate.
Meridian's gonna walk up to this dwarf and just say, "Sir, I appreciate you answering our questions and humouring us. We've been travelling for a long time. We've been jumping between dimensions. Things have got very confusing. Just one more question before we go. Have you ever seen anybody that looks like this?" And I'm going to cast Minor Illusion, and I'm going to create a tiefling in my hand.
And he
This
leans
speech
in and looks close. It's like, oh, mighty strange species has horns like that. But no, not seen the like.
No, I mean, are you? Forgive me, but how knowledgeable are you on history? It doesn't ring any bells of any.
Not my forte, I'm afraid.
I'm going to dispel the illusion. I'm going to turn back to the group. He's not just wiped out Alzadora. He's wiped
It's
out
wiped out the entire race.
any memory
Genocide.
of Alzadora. He's removed Alzadora from history.
History. It's like they never existed. That's why that's why there's dwarves and
maybe-
humans in here, because there was never a war.
Well, maybe he just stopped the war happening. It doesn't mean that he's wiped them out. Maybe they're still there. They just
Their
there's
entire
never a
capital
war.
city disappeared.
Yeah. We were in the capital city.
True.
Poof. We need to talk to Leathern.
Mm.
And maybe because we were in that bubble, it didn't affect us, which is why Thunder's still here.
And why we can still remember.
You reckon this city's got a library?
I hope so.
The dwarf nearby kind of still overhearing you, and it's like, oh, yeah, we got a library.
Could you show us where it is? I think maybe we need some knowledge before we go speak to Leathern.
All right, it's all in centre. But I'd be more than happy to show you.
Well, lead on, Mr. Dwarf. Sorry, we didn't catch your name.
It's Cranton.
Cranton. Okay.
Ah,
met,
this way.
Cranton. My name's Hector.
He seems too fucking happy.
It's a lovely place. Get out.
Just
It
everyone
is.
seems quite jovial. You know, everybody's quite
I
happy.
don't like it.
I honestly don't
Hey,
know how
you
to
know what
feel
I'm
about
thinking.
this. I mean, it's awful. Don't get me wrong. It's a terrible, terrible situation to be in. But
What's so
they're back.
awful?
You've got to understand. What was his fucking name?
Cranton.
Cranton. You've got to understand, Cranton, friend. I've been without kinship for so long. It's not the wind at my sails, to be honest. I mean, dwarves everywhere, not just one or two. I mean, we did bump into some, but they were fuckers, and this big fella here fucking cooked them. But I digress. And I turn to the rest of the party and go, they're back. They're actually back.
Ask him if he knows your name.
Oh, that's a point. Cranton, have you ever heard of the Gromunes?
Romunes?
Gromunes, the Gromsons.
No, but I do know of the Gromson name. Aye. But not of any Gromune.
But they're still
Sounds
Gromsons.
very up themselves if they start naming places after themselves.
Well, this is
That's a
Gromson.
fair point. I've never really thought about it like that before.
What? You're a Gromson, you say?
I am. I'm Gromson. I'm about as Gromson as you can Grom.
Oh well. Oh, there's a Grom Hall in town.
In this city.
Aye.
Fucking Grom. Hey,
More of a guild than a entire settlement.
Have you ever heard of a city called Angel Run?
Angel Run. Not that it springs to mind. No, but like I say, I'm not a historian.
We need to get to this library.
Mm,
We need
Yeah,
maps.
please, lead the way.
And we need to know where this Grom's Hall is as well.
Yes, he starts leading the way further into town, into the city centre. The buildings get bigger and grander, and the garden spaces get less and less. So, excuse me. And but still, people try and make do with kind of window ledge plants, and it's still very green, lush space. You get occasional tree in a kind of a centre communal space, and then you get further in, and he goes, "Oh well, just down here, you'll get to the the guild hall, which you'll find the Gromsons. The Gromsons Guild. Never met a Gromson before. Well, that's very, very nice to meet you. But yes, their guild is down there. Artisans and like, but mind you, you'd know that you're a Grom. Yeah. But no, I'm waffling.
I like this guy.
And yeah, not too far away, you'll find the council chambers.
And sorry, library.
Oh, library. That's far sided down.
That's out of town.
But I'm afraid I've got things to do. I need to get off. This is.
Oh yes, yeah. You get off. You don't let us keep you.
Well, have a cracking day.
You too, Mister. I can't remember your name. Pleasure
Granton.
To meet you. Granton.
Granton.
Yes, lovely to meet you, Granton. Turn to everybody else and what do we reckon, guys? Library. Then Lee turn. I know, Grom, you want to check out your guild hall, but
Well, I do, but I think more importantly, we need to go and speak to Lita, and I think he should be our first port of call.
Personally, I think we need to hit the library. We need lay of the land. We need maps. We need just before we talk to Lita, we need to have some sort of information.
Yeah, I'd like to know a little bit more before.
I'd like to know a little bit more about history, if it matches up to anything that we know. I mean,
And,
obviously the war, the tieflings don't exist. The war didn't happen.
No,
There's dwarves everywhere. I mean,
but look on the bright side. If history's changed and Angel Run doesn't exist, it stands to reason that Hammerfell doesn't exist, in which case we didn't fuck up.
Silver lining.
yeah, okay, but still, yeah, you've got a very good point there. But that also means no zombies.
No zombies, no goblins, lots of dwarves.
But there is that army of,
Yeah,
demons
there is
or
the big,
whatever.
massive army of undead that are coming this way.
Yeah, the big
Oh shit!
eyeball
Yes, I
things
forgot
and
about that.
stuff.
Yeah,
And as of now, this town does not look like it has.
it
any way
has
of
no walls. It
stopping
has no siege equipment. It has no. If they will literally smash through here and kill everything in its path.
I wonder how many dads I've got in this reality.
I think we should hit the library. Sorry,
Yeah.
phone call again. Bloody hell.
Let's go to the library.
To the library!
So you're going far end of town first.
I
Yep.
think so, yeah.
All right. Okay, you head through the centre, and everything's very well signposted. It's in both. It's in 3 languages, actually.
Oh,
If anybody wants to make a perception check,
I'll do it because I've got advantage
Hang on.
on that.
anyone and everyone.
Oh,
oh,
I've just rolled that straight off the fucking sofa.
I'll make it. Oh.
Right.
Always amuses me every time a displacer beast comes into your view.
Yeah.
yeah, it's my cape. Sorry, my cape.
Oh yeah, you've got a
Billowing it a bit.
cape of displacement. Yeah.
Perception, did you say?
Yes.
I got a 14.
15 for... Oh, 15 for Hector, but a natural 20 for Thunder.
Oh.
For a total of 20.
You're all kind of looking at these signposts, which you can tell, and what Grom also kind of points out is that it's common, dwarvish, and then an unknown language. And Thunder goes, "It'll be gnomish."
Gnomish.
And Thunder's like,
Of course.
"There's gnomes."
Gnomes.
And he just then he points out, and then just every now and again you just see it very quickly scurrying, because it's getting busier and busier in this centre. You see shorter people scurrying about in the crowds.
We've got gnomes.
We've met gnomes before.
Ah,
You remember
prisoners.
them? Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that because of the big bloody phone call. Where are we at?
just
walking through
passing through town.
On the way
They
to the
decided
library.
to go
Oh, right,
to the
okay.
library here.
Yeah, on the way to the library.
Yeah, and you can see the signpost saying public library.
I just want to see a map. Oh,
I feel like you're going to be sorely disappointed. But
surely the library's got a fucking map.
yes, the library has one. But
But we're
Aiden in
allowed
real
to.
life will not have one.
Oh, no.
You can head in that direction. You eventually find the public library. People are coming and going. It is getting towards midday now. The sun not all that high in the sky because it's getting well into autumn. And yeah, you can just walk into said public library with absolutely no qualms at all. And there is lots of books within said library. There's a few floors. What are you after? Straight first and foremost.
Oh,
Local map. Or world map.
Okay.
Of the known world. An atlas. A globe.
Okay. Yeah, you can
History.
find that. That's fine. You
history
go
and
to.
geography.
So Cadell's going to maps. Hector's going to history.
Yeah, I suppose I'll take Thunder with me. Hector and Thunder will try.
Okay.
History.
And any other takers on genre?
Are there, is this quite a well-to-do area that the library's in, or are we back on the outskirts now?
No, you're still relatively within the centre. It's just on the far side of it.
And are there any shops?
You've passed quite a
Around.
lot. Yeah.
Oh, no, we need to go. I was going to suggest shopping on the way back to Leeton.
Yeah.
Gold's probably worth nothing here.
Well, we don't. Well, gold's gold, mate. I don't care where it's from. It's gold.
I was going to
metal.
say it's going to have a different picture on it, but yeah, gold's gold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Um,
Platinum's platinum.
So what else are you wanting to look for? Anything in particular?
What sort of magic is being taught?
You can look for that. That's fine. Meridian, anything you're after?
yes, I'm going to go up to the librarian and ask if she has a copy of Tusk Love.
You walk up to an elderly gnomish woman who sat behind a desk on a high stool. And it's like, oh, it's not one I know. Sorry. Well, if we do have it, if you head down this corridor, you get down to indexing.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much. Just out of interest, King Leeton,
Oh yeah.
how is he as a ruler?
Oh, no complaints.
I mean, everyone seems very happy. The city itself seems quite well looked after, and everyone seems quite content.
Oh, why wouldn't we be?
Oh, it's just that, I mean, I don't want to name drop, but me and Crommers, we go back quite some way, and well, he's always been a bit of an arsehole. I'm just amazed that...
Well, I can't say anything to that, sir, but I've never met him personally, but certainly not done us wrong.
No, it seems that way. How very strange.
You not been round here, have you?
No. I mean, we've never been to this particular city before. No, we've done a fair bit of travelling. We've just come over the border back into Hatheria recently, and must say things have changed since we were here before. Can't help noticing you don't have much of a defence, though. No walls, no guards.
Why
Never
would you
been any-
need to?
Well, just the fucking great horde of undead beasts that are heading this direction. Just thought maybe you
Sorry, the what now?
nothing. Nothing, I've had a drink. That's terribly sorry. You enjoy your day, and I wander off.
Right you are, sir.
Yeah, this
And
place
then
is
kind of watches
This
you with a
place is
puzzled look on her face.
fucked.
And then, yeah. So, those looking for particular information can roll either perception or investigation.
Investigation.
Ooh, well, my
Yeah,
perception's
just
better, so.
Nothing got pissed in our fucking. Thunder rolled a 6 on his investigation. Hector rolled a 4 on his investigation. We both rolled 5. And I've got -1. Thunder's
I got a 22 on perception.
Oh, yes. Well, you can find the map section perfectly fine. It is not a well-used dusty corner of the library. That you find a map of Hatheria, and you find a global map. You pull it out. It's all scrolled up, like in kind of bookcases of scrolls, and you pull it out, and there's plenty of desks around for you to kind of roll things out on. You instantly go to the Hatheria one, roll it out. Very much the shape of Hatheria as you know it, but
Landmarks still the same.
Landmarks.
Rivers still the same.
The rivers are still the same. Landmarks as in cities, no. Nothing of the same at all. Though one thing,
forestry and mountains.
Yeah, mountains all very much the same. Forestry very similar. But one thing is striking you is that the location of the city you're in is very, very familiar to you. Like, it's in exactly the same location as a certain ruined city you fought giant crocodiles in.
Ooh.
Which was somewhat destroyed and had a population of strangely talking people.
That was one of the ruins at the south of Angel Run, wasn't it?
Correct.
Yeah, we went. Yeah,
That was on the way to Outpost.
Yep.
Yeah.
But of course, Outpost isn't there. There are
weird cultists. Weird cultists and the big fucking
yeah, they have a
crocodiles.
mint language.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, obviously, with my own knowledge of the world of Hatheria, so I know that Angel Run's not there, Garden Springs isn't there.
where Angel Run would be. There's like a small town which been marked as a farming community.
And then what about Garden Springs?
Garden Springs, there is a city there. Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
But
so I'm happy with that.
There are cities, locations, things have clearly changed, but it still seems to be the same place.
So,
as it
like,
were.
landscape-wise, it's the same. But
Yes.
actual cities and settlements are different.
Yes.
So I'm quite happy
You've
with
glossed-
this.
You've
Rolling
glossed
this up.
over
Take it with me.
You've glossed over the global map.
That was just the
where's
first one.
Aldazora?
I'm getting to the next bit. You pull out the global map, you roll it out, it's blank. You pull out
Nothing
another
of
one.
borders outside.
There's loads of like different maps of different countries, but then it's like what should be the names of different countries on these things, which is all blank. But there's scrolls in it that's blank. You pull out a global map, blank. Another like regional map around Hatheria, blank.
So, like, Ironlands and Alzadora, nothing. Just
Nothing.
all black.
Blank.
Right, well, I'm not going to discover any more here, so I will roll up the map of Hatheria. I will pocket it, and then head back towards the party.
Okay. Sorry, Hector and Thunder, you said you both rolled rather poorly, didn't you?
6 and a 4.
6 and a 4, and what were you looking for again? Sorry, remind me.
History, I think we were going for.
Just general history. You start looking round and you get lost. You can't find the section.
It's about adds up.
Yeah. Helena, what did you roll?
27.
27, of course you did. You knew exactly what you were looking for. You find several tomes of arcane practices. And what you tend to learn is that, this takes a bit of time, reading a lot of information. Meanwhile, Hector and Cadell just walking around in circles. And yeah, you.
Hector and
I just assumed
Hector and Thunder are walking around.
Yeah, they walk past you several times, and you glean the fact that they are teaching all the major forms of magic except necromancy. It is still, well, not necessarily outlawed outright, but frowned upon. And primarily with such a high roll, it is stated that it's generally because people who gain that much power over death tend to become far too powerful and then start to overrun said countries that they're in. And Meridian, what were you doing?
Meridian's probably just wandering about. I think Meridian's pretty much worked out what's happened and kind of has guessed what he would see on the maps if he looked anyway. I think he's just wandering around the library, sort of just shaking his head just a little bit, sort of, here we go again. Really? I don't think he's particularly looking for anything. I think Meridian as a person at the moment is a little bit lost. And is sort of becoming more lost by the minute.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, you can look for anything else, anybody. Hector and Thunder do eventually find their way back to the main entrance and the desk again. And you're like, how do we end up back here?
Excuse me, little gnome lady. Where are your books on history?
Oh, history section. It's just behind us here.
Ah! That would have saved a lot of time. Thunder. Can you give me the most general history book you've got? Modern-ish history.
Oh, yeah. She kind of hops down from a seat, and with her being quite elderly and a gnome already, she's shrunk even further, and she just disappears behind this desk. And then she reappears, like pottering on, and then she grabs this little set of steps, basically, she carries with her, and she goes, here we are. Puts them down. There's like this one, and there's this book that she pulls out which seems a little bit too big for her.
Let me help you then.
Oh, thank you. You're so kind. But this one, general history. This should do you right. Unless you think anything more specific, I'll be more than happy to help.
I can't think of anything. You think of anything for the no, not me. Let's
Then
duck into this book.
she toddles off. Okay. make I don't know what kind of check. A reading a book check. It's fine. Just given time, you can just read through it and just glean bits of information. So, bearing in mind that
Can Hector read?
I can read. Yeah.
Well,
He can read.
I would've-
Not
He can't-
stupid.
he can read. He doesn't necessarily understand.
Thunder on the other hand, Thunder
Yeah,
on the other
Thunder's
hand
right.
might struggle because he's actually stupider than Hector.
He's not a bright person.
Stupider.
Oh, he's more stupider.
So during the time that Hector and Thunder were lost was the first round of information gathering and rolls. They're sitting down to read something else, so give other people a chance to look for something else if they wished, or they can just sit down with them and do not a lot.
What's Grom Gromson looking for?
That's a fair point.
Gromson, I think, would just be looking for dwarven history to find out.
Architecture.
Yeah, I mean, what's his? You know, his stone cunning that he's always. Oh, here I've just found it.
Yeah.
Whenever you make intelligence
Stone
history
cutting.
related to the origin of stonework.
It's cunning.
Cunning. It is stone
Yeah.
cunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, well then I don't
Uh,
think he really. I mean, he's already seen the walls and the build of the city, and he's spoken to an actual dwarf, so he knows that this was built by dwarves. I mean, he's pretty confident that time has changed and dwarves are still here. But yeah, I imagine he would want
Maybe-
to look at
maybe he's one of-
history,
History of dwarves specifically.
history of
maybe.
dwarves.
And
yeah.
the war. Well, there probably is no war.
Well, Cadell can look into war history if he really wanted.
Yeah, this city's giving Ba Sing Se vibes.
Yeah.
What
Definitely.
vibes?
Bar Sing Se.
Ba
Say
Sing
vibe,
Se.
yeah.
There is no war in Bar Sing Se.
Yeah.
Go watch Avatar,
Yeah.
The Last Airbender. Anywho,
What, Rash? Have you not actually watched Avatar?
anyway, we digress.
I don't
yeah. We can add it to the list of things he's not watched. But anyway, for now.
Ooh.
So, yeah, Grom can make an investigation check, and Cadell can make another check.
Well, I was marching back
look
to
for-
everyone with the fucking map to show them that.
Yeah, but during which time Hector and Thunder sat down to read another book, so he's got more time if you want to look something else up.
I think Meridian would probably follow Grom because I think of the
I would-
party,
yeah.
he's mostly bonded to Grom the most, and he's gonna as Grom's flicking through this book, Meridian's gonna say, Grom, what strikes me with all of this is there's clearly been some change in history. Things that were are not, and things that were not are. But what concerns me the most, obviously, is this huge, horrible army that's heading in this direction. But why would a change of history cause that? In your knowledge, was there any horde that was stopped by the Alzadoran? Has this history change caused this horde to be allowed through? Do you have any recollection of a war against any of these creatures in the past? Or do you think
Who was this aimed at? Sorry,
he's saying it to
Grom.
Grom, and I obviously have to answer as Grom. But I don't.
No, Grom doesn't know.
No. I've no idea. Meridian.
His
I've not
his
got-
history is from Dwarven. They specialise in kind of verbal history being passed on,
and of
but
these,
that's very much of their own cultures being passed down of anything that's to do with that he doesn't know.
And would Meridian or Grom have any knowledge of any of these creatures? Have we ever seen a beholder or know of beholders, or are they completely foreign to-
No, they'd be foreign to you.
I think Meridian. I think what
Cadell or Leighton.
I think what we're dealing with here, Meridian, is whatever Leighton has done to change history the way he has. I think somehow he's ripped a hole in reality and he's allowed these things to come through. I don't think that they were stopped and now they haven't been. I think he's allowed some sort of portal. He's ripped the fabric of reality and allowed them to come through. And I'm sure right now he's sat up on his throne thinking he's a right clever bollocks and he's made all his dreams come true. But I think he's got a nasty shock
Or
coming
he's
when we
shitting
actually get
himself.
up there. Or he's shitting himself, yeah, but he's probably shitting himself on a really posh toilet.
Okay. Yeah, did you make the roll for Grom for an investigation?
Oh, sorry.
All right. Is Helena looking for anything else during this time?
Guilds.
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 Yeah, he's got a +8.
All right.
See what else is around.
Current or history?
Is
Do
that a 1 or a
history.
7?
Okay.
Fuck's sake.
By all means,
phone
make,
call again,
make
sorry.
your rolls.
Grom got a 15 on his investigation.
Okay.
27 again.
Woo! Right, we'll do Grom first then. So, Grom, what he gleans not too far away from, because you're in the history section, you can see Hector and Thunder both kind of hunched over this one book, and they're just reading it together. And yeah, Grom looks into Dwarven history. He looks. It's hard for you to look back into just a Dwarven history. I mean, yes, there is sections on Dwarven history, but it's so interlaced and intertwined just with the general history of Hatheria that it generally talks of great Dwarven people of note. There was, in fact, even a Dwarven king of Hatheria at one stage in time, some few hundred years ago.
If this is all intertwined, then is there much mention of gnomes as well in this intertwined history?
Yeah, absolutely. It's
there
as
any
though
mention
for as far back as you keep looking, humans, dwarves, and gnomes have lived together in peace and harmony.
Any other
And
races
everything
mentioned?
changed when.
Yeah. Is there any mention of any other races, or is it just those three?
That's it. Just those three. And they've been prosperous. Helena, meanwhile, you were looking into historical guilds, knowing your penchant for the necromantic. There's guilds as in artistic guilds. Then there's certain guilds which lean more towards religious side of things. Or then there's guilds that lean towards societal and philosophical. But then, as you're looking into religious side, which is also heavily intertwined with magic use and the teachings of the magic, there was a particular guild long ago which taught necromantic magics. Before they, not driven out as such, but fell out of favour. But they did worship a god of death. And it goes in to describe certain interactions with this god and how they would build shrines and altars and temples to them, and it all sounds very familiar to you as a particular shrine you visited before in a half-vision, half-ruined location in Alzadora.
Interesting.
Before the whatever's happened.
Out of interest, just as we were passing through the sea, did we notice any temples?
Oh, yeah.
Multitude of temples.
Yeah.
Of different sort of look. About, I suppose we didn't really pay too much attention.
You weren't paying too much attention. You kind of there was certain places that looked
religious.
like they could be religious locations, but you didn't pay them too much heed.
Yeah. Okay. It's just dawned on me that there may not be just one god in this place. 25 from us.
25.
Thunder inspired himself.
Fair enough. 25, and sorry, it's just general history, wasn't it?
Yeah. Recent-ish history.
Recent-ish history. It goes into there's been no wars to mention. There's it goes through several of the previous kings or queens. Occasionally there has been queens in charge. It's not a title passed down through heritage. It is a title given to the leader of the council, and they lead Hatheria through council rather than through one single voice. And they are just the leader of whatever particular organisation is currently ruling at this moment in time. And as you're kind of looking into that, such a good role, you can see quite a few of the names that are there. In my book. You see that currently there is King Cromwell. It is officially King Cromwell IV.
Oh.
And there is on the current council names that kind of jump out at you. Is Lord Tiberius Trevelyan. And so if there's any other names you would recognise. Well, you would know Lord Graydon as well, that you know pretty certain it's been discussed that Helena was a Graydon.
Don't know if it has.
Pretty sure it has.
I'd probably make note of all of. How
Pretty
many
sure it
has.
has.
Alright, maybe
There are a list of other names, but you don't know any of the other names.
Yeah.
When we left Angel Run, had Tiberius already died, or was he just on the verge of death?
He'd already died.
So this Tiberius isn't my Tiberius.
Well, let's pretend that information.
Yeah, we all need to get together and.
Well, no, sorry, but I was gonna say maybe he didn't die, and they told us that information because he got to this place before they turned him to come to this place. Maybe he
That's
told
actually-
everybody that he was dead and he hid away and he was.
That's probably the smartest thing you've ever come up with, Hector. Congratulations.
Yeah, hurt my head a bit.
Yeah, it looks there was actual steam coming out of your ears when you said that.
Did I see the body of him to know that he was dead?
You saw him on death's door. Yes. Not dead, but he was practically there.
I mean,
But it could be him, yeah.
well, it all depends whether he recognises me or not. Although in this reality, maybe
It could be
he's
completely
also adopted a me. There might be another me.
Oh god, there's another you.
Also, I think your father is maybe one of them as well.
A Graydon.
A Graydon, yes, there's a Lord Graydon on the council.
Yeah.
That is your
Maybe there's
father.
another me.
Maybe there's another Hector. Another Cadell.
So are we all back together at this point?
You can be. Yeah.
I'm
Can
gonna
I?
like slap the map down and like show it to everyone and go like, look, we're in Hatheria, but if you look at this, it's not our Hatheria. I mean, this is where we are now. This is where Angel Room was. This is it. When
Was that
we
the
are in
map?
Hatheria, but we're not in our Hatheria.
Yeah, was that the only map? Is there any other map?
All the other maps were blank. Everything
I
was
mean,
blank. The regional maps were
You
blank.
can brought one with you, and basically it does still say like the titles across the top as if this is what it should be showing, but what the information is not there.
Maybe they haven't gone out to discover it yet? Or it's...
But why would they
Now
make
we
ma-
have some basic knowledge. I think we need to go talk to Lee Hearn.
Yeah, we
This
need
has
to answer
been-
to-
This is. Why would
You
they
know
make
he-
a map of a place that they haven't found yet just to not fill it out? They wouldn't even start the map. This
No.
suggests to me that this map existed and has been
It's
erased.
gone.
Which means, are there books in this library that have been erased? Is there an Alzadoran history book that's now empty?
Could the Inquisition
You
of
know that dimension that you can get to, Meridian? Is this
Yes.
like another one? Is this another dimension? Do you think?
I honestly don't know, Elena. I'm at the point now where my brain's fizzing. I
I mean, you can
Ooh.
both make Arcana checks if you want.
Oh,
But that sounded like a good ooh from you guys.
yeah, I did.
Well, no, I just had a thought. Can I just quickly run over to the librarian? Sorry, madam, just quickly. Do you have a quill and some parchment I could quickly borrow?
Of course. There you go. He gives you like an ink pot in a very shaky hand.
I like the idea that the quill is like your classic feathered quill, but it's
Oh, yeah,
also
absolutely.
attached to a little chain that's attached to the desk.
Yeah.
And it's only that big. It's just one of those little like a
little-
betting shop one. I'm gonna quickly draw. Was it a scroll with wings?
Yeah.
Was that the symbol?
I can tell you.
Let me.
You've got a winged scroll, a blazing sun, a bird in flight, a gem-laced chalice, and a raised sword.
Yeah, because it was mine was the winged scroll, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was,
Can
yeah.
I quickly draw a sketch of that winged scroll and show it to the librarian? Does this symbol mean anything to you in your time working with all these books? Does this ring a bell at all?
Of course. It's the symbol for Hermod.
Hermod.
Yes.
I had that. Cadell.
What's Hermod?
Oh, the god Hermod. Have you not?
I'm not really the
Um,
religious type.
Is this symbol also a symbol of a god? And I'll show them a shield that has a blazing sun on.
Oh yes, that's Odur.
Oh, duh.
Are we? So there's an actual pantheon
And tell
in
me,
this
Odur is
reality.
the god of what?
Light and the sun and life.
Hermit, the god of...
Luck and trickery.
That adds up already.
Makes sense, yeah. Wait, are we gods?
We're not gods, Meridian.
No, but that
You
would be
wish.
cool.
What about the bird in flight? Hey, hey, wait, hang on. Have you got just a book on the pen?
So at which point, as you start asking questions, she's pulling out a book. It's like, yeah, she hands over. This should be everything you need. And yeah, she hands you the book that does have all the information on. So yes, the 5 symbols that you are referring to. Yes, the sword held aloft, which is Tyr.
Balder. Oh fuck! I have guesses. I have guesses at them because we got the names.
You got the names, and you didn't link. You didn't have a link between them.
Freya, Balder, and Hermod.
Yes.
I don't know who
Freya is the falcon in flight.
Yeah, I had that one right.
And Balder is the gem encrusted silver chalice.
Yeah, and Balder. Freya's the god of nature.
Fertility and love.
Fertility and love.
Guys, we got an answer to something.
I
We
know.
actually got an answer to something. Fucking hell.
Balder's the god of
Balder's the god of beauty and poetry.
beauty and poetry.
That winged scroll has been twisting my melon for over a year. It's so nice. I mean, still.
It's like,
been-
how
it's
far
been
back in my
free,
notes do I have
kid.
to flick back to get?
Has it been 3 years since we found them?
Oh
Fucking
yeah,
hell.
yeah. That was like session 7. Or
What is this? The
6 or
mushroom
7,
filled cave that we
50
got?
sessions ago. No,
No,
we got these symbols
way before that.
right when we got our items. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, when I got my sword.
Yeah.
but yeah.
Um,
And
from
They told
the
us we were like. Didn't they tell us we were like the
Tyr-
saviors of the world or something?
Tyr is the god of courage and strategy, who famously only has one hand.
yes.
Yeah, and that's all of them. Yeah.
And there's no other gods in
No.
this pantheon. Oh. Sorry, Hermod
Well,
was
this
the
has all
god of
been-
his trickery and
Luck and trickery here.
luck and trickery. Well, I'll be damned.
Well, we have some basic knowledge now, knowing that this is not our Hatheria. Whatever he did has massively changed things. Seems to have changed history.
But wait, maybe our Hatheria wasn't the real Hatheria, and he's reverted this Hatheria back to the right Hatheria. And
Or
that's
maybe
why,
we're in a
that's why the people sent us on a path to do all this, because they said follow this path. And I knew this path was giving the crystal to Leadhern. So maybe what he's done is free the gods.
Or maybe we're in a completely different dimension.
Yeah.
You're a lot smarter in this universe, Hector.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
spitballing here, but I think we're in the right timeline and we were in the wrong timeline because
I mean, it has to be
They
said.
told us to do this, and I've been
Yeah,
thinking,
and-
why have we done this the whole time? But if they're back,
I mean, we were
maybe
looking
this
at this like, oh my god, he's wiped out the Alzadorans, but he's actually saved the dwarves and the gnomes. So
maybe he's brought
But
it back.
then they might all get wiped out now because there is no Alzadorans to protect the world
Or
from
maybe this is
all
Oh,
the.
an
Yeah.
unexpected
Shindig.
consequence, or maybe this is part of the whole thing.
we need to go and
We
and
need to
speak
Wait,
to
we
them.
need to go to
need
Leithern.
to
This
speak
is
to
it now. We've got basic knowledge. We've got what we wanted to come here for. Let's get to Leithern.
Awesome. Yeah, you head back out. You pile the books up and scrolls back on the desk on your way out.
I'm taking the map with me.
Ooh, you've got a library card.
Is this gnome going to stop me?
Yes.
Yeah. Has she even seen me take it?
No, to be fair. Her eyesight's not great.
Where are you going to put it? You're practically naked.
Yeah, that's a good point. I am just
clenching it.
weapons and duds.
I mean, you can
a little ball and like.
You can make a sleight of hand if you want to try and sneak out.
Oh, this is going to be terrible. Sleight of hand. Oh no, I've got a +2 with sleight of hand. Here we go.
What
Here we go.
about
No, it's only a 4 +2,
crack?
so no, it's only a 6.
So what did Meridian say?
The sleight of arse crack. He's not hiding it with his hands.
yeah. It's very obvious that you're trying to walk out with this scroll. It's just like, oh, you can't take items from here, especially not scrolls. You can make copies all you like. There's plenty of the ink available.
Meridian, you're better than me with handwriting. Just make a quick sketch of that, would you, please? Just.
All right.
There we go.
That. Just quick dex check then.
Quick dex check.
Yeah.
So I want to make as much as a perfect replica as I can.
Unless you own a forgery kit and proficient
but
with
with a cock and balls drawn at the bottom. A dex, did you say?
Yes, please.
15.
Yeah, it's serviceable.
Excellent.
So at least we have a general idea of what's where.
Yeah.
Yeah, because our knowledge of the country's gone to shit, really. No one knows. Absolutely pointless knowing anything.
And, well,
what shops are...
I suppose. But I was just going to say that, so I was just going to say that.
What shops did we pass?
Leave the shopping for now, guys.
So,
No, but I have a very important... It's very important that I go to a shop.
what are you after, basically?
Was there any... was there any sort of jewelers?
Plenty.
Right. Can I quickly run into a jewelry shop?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, sir, madam, sir. What is it? Who am I
It's
talking to?
a madam, a human lady, in a, say, late 20s, who's just manning the shop.
Madam, hello. Unusual request. It's a magical item I'm after, and I appreciate that this isn't a magical shop, but the item doesn't need to be magical. Anyway, I need something that's worth at least 500 gold. That can be engraved. So not a diamond. That was too hard. Do you have any like bullion bars or
ring, locket?
A ring would work. Yes.
Okay, sure. She turns behind her, starts pulling out some drawers and presents them to you. All these are worth over 500.
I don't suppose there's anything already got a sort of a dragon engraved or a design of a dragon on it, is there? Isn't it like a dragon ring?
Oh, well, lots of people like the artistry of the dragons. Yeah, certainly. Let me just... yes. She points out one on a second tray. She pulls out. This one is worth 562.
And it's got a dragon engraved on it, has it?
It does.
I'll have it.
It's a golden ring, and the top of it has kind of a pattern of like an art, kind of stylistic, kind of Art Deco-y style of a dragon on it, and with a small diamond as where the eye would be.
Nice. Does it fit on one of my fingers? Is it suitable for my finger size?
So yeah, it's not too far off. Yeah.
While we're in it,
560. Did you say
62?
562. Right,
Yes.
so I'm not even going to haggle.
do
562 gone.
you by
Lovely.
chance have a diamond worth 300 gold? By any chance?
Oh well, we tend to do more jewellery, but I suppose if you're just wanting the diamond's worth, I'm sure we've got necklaces with the diamond inset already, not just the diamond in itself.
Sure, how much? As long as the diamond is worth 300.
Oh well, you'd have to be purchasing the entire item, not just the diamond, I'm afraid, sir.
Oh, yes.
Pulls out this kind of a very nice low-hanging necklace that has a diamond inset in it. Although this diamond is worth more than that, and this entire piece is worth 600 gold.
Okay, maybe not. Anywhere where we can get just diamonds from.
I'm afraid I don't know where that I would be able to. But there's other jewelers down the street.
All right, I shall try one of them at some point. Okay, thank you, madam.
Yeah, you exchange money with Meridian. So,
Going to the shop was worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
anything else on your wander back?
Just
Because you did mention temples,
Oh yeah.
Places
keep
of
an eye out
worship.
for any temples with.
because you do
symbol.
pass a few, and they are in worship of one
particular god each.
particular god. It's always one of those 5. There's some which are oddly kind of a mix of the two, or someone that's just a general place of worship where you could worship any of them. But they're very busy centres of community, which people seem to be coming and going from.
I'd say probably lead Hearn first before we
Yeah.
go try and speak to our gods or find out more information about our gods.
Anyone want a perception check?
Yes.
Sure.
Good.
19.
Ooh, very nice.
Very nice.
12.
Okay. Helena notices a guard, as such, an armed guard, in a military tunic, which looks incredibly similar to the tunic which Captain Pemberton is wearing. Not quite. There's variations, but they're just walking down the street. It's like they're just walking the beat,
Guys.
as it were.
See that card over there? It's got the same but different uniform.
Oh, I forgot Captain Pemberton's with.
Yeah.
Yeah. While you
Dragging
guys
her
were in the
around.
library, she just was mulling around outside, just sat outside with two other guards with her, just feeling quite bored. it's like you're expecting you to go to the seat of power, and you've gone to a library, and she's just.
Yeah, there's like variations.
Knowledge is power.
And she's like, oh. No wonder we've been getting nods from people. People think we're the guards here. But I don't know what to make of that.
Onwards to the
You
state of power.
you walk by this chap who's just walking along. He nods to you, wishes you a good day, and he literally does a quick double take at Cadell. And it's just like, oh goodness me, is Lord Gunvald? You've been missing for weeks.
Ah,
Come again.
that's a name I've not heard in a while.
Well, nobody's seen you in a while. I'd advise maybe you put on something a bit smarter, sir, if you don't mind me saying.
I mean, who's looking for me?
Well, everyone. Your family's been putting out word for all the guards to search for you, keep an eye out for you at least.
My family have.
Yes, sir.
Where do my family reside?
Oh. Well, as of this moment, you'll probably find them in the council chambers.
I was going to say, was that one of the names on the list?
It was, yeah.
After hearing it.
But it's just not a name you know.
No, yeah.
Oh well. Thank you very much. I will. I'll head there now. Thank you.
Oh, right you are, sir. He's seems really pleased with himself that he's like found you. It's just like, and he carries on as well.
Wait.
I feel like you may be a lord here. You know, Gunvald. I'm not sure what your name is.
That's a name I've not
is
heard.
Name Cadell Gunvald.
Yes. That's something I've not heard since. This is definitely not our Hatheria.
They know you.
I'm not even sure how to take that. My family was wiped out. We were destroyed. Our lands were taken. Our homes were taken. I hid in the army to get away from that name because we were persecuted. We were the king. We wanted change. We tried to change things in Hatheria, and we got wiped out because of our ideals. I am and have always been on the run. And to hear that name here is... yeah.
Well, it sounds like there's more answers to be had in the council.
That means there might be another one of me here.
Well...
He recognized my face.
Well...
Yeah, but he said you were missing.
You said you were missing.
So it could be...
So my dad's on the
missing,
council, your dad's on the council, Helena's dad's on the council.
Yeah.
Hector, where's your dad?
My dad's not in on the council, I can assure you of that.
Or maybe here he is.
He won't be.
Oh yeah,
So
I am the.
I doubt my family's here. We'd be off in a tribe to the lower lands.
I mean, in our Hatheria, I am the last of my line. I was the only one. As far as I'm aware, they're all gone.
All right, So wait. So your first name's Goodell?
Yes.
Is your name Cadell? You can be honest with us. Is it?
Yeah, there's my name, Cadell.
Right,
Yes.
well,
So all this time I assumed it was your surname.
No.
Funny. Well, I mean, he's
It was
Grom
my
Gromson,
one and
you
only
could-
name. I had no surname. I hid my surname and joined the army to hide.
Oh, what a day full of surprises.
I believe more surprises probably await us in the council.
I
Hey, my
wished-
dad might be there. My mum might be on the council. Who knows?
I'm a bit concerned that if my dead parents are on the council.
Hey, maybe Arabella's in there and runs the
Oh
place.
yeah, Arabella's mum. We didn't kill her in this reality either.
Silver linings. Brilliant silver linings. Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
What have we got to lose?
You
at this
carry
point?
on your way to one of the main squares where the council chambers reside. There are a couple more guards outside the council chambers. And that is where we'll leave it before you
I
go.
knew you were going to do that.
I knew we were getting into the audience.
You were
Drop
never
that
going to go.
fucking bombshell and then call it a night. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's fair.
Been
Many
been
questions to be asked.
a huge lore drop in this episode. There you go. I've been thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
You get your dead dad back, and you get your dead dad back, and you get your dead dad back.
Yeah.
All I get is that my family's probably dead. Like,
The Leethern, who's
definitely
been the
not
main
yours.
enemy for the entire years we've been playing this, is now the king.
Possible savior.
Possibly a good guy.
Yeah.
That's where my head's at, I think.
But we'll
And my dead
find
family are
out
now
maybe next time. So thank you very much for sticking with us this long, and join us again next time. We'll try again to do this in another 2 weeks. We try and do this every other week, but life sometimes gets in the way. But hopefully we'll have a full party by then, and maybe, just maybe, get a few more answers to your questions. Till then,
No.
take care. Bosh.
I feel like if Dave was here,